Okay, I'm on Nails Creek Road. Another of my students lives here. It's only it's like one street over on Highway 46 from the Hubert Drive trailer park that I just showed you. But he lives at 1118 Nails Creek Road. So I'm looking here. This is 1018 Nails Creek. We're looking for 1118 Nails Creek. So we have some trailer homes that have yards over here. Seems to be modular homes kind of thing, mixed in with some regular brick houses, or at least either modern or older houses that have been at least refurbished. But it's not very far at all from Hubert Drive. In fact, I'm looking through some of the yards and I can actually see over into the trailer park of Hubert Drive. So anyway, this is 1203, so I think I passed 1118. We're gonna go back down through here. I'm being followed now by someone, so I'm gonna have to go turn around. I certainly don't want to be a nuisance to the neighborhood. So this is 1216, and we'll circle back around and catch 1118. There's just somebody walking through the neighborhood with a cell phone. Not sure they're up to no good, or not sure really. But then we got us a building here, an old building. So I'm looking for 1118. That lady is looking at me going by. I bet she thinks I'm probably up to no good, but that's okay. I'm gonna get out of here and not be a nuisance, like they said. The assignment said to be discreet. I'm not sure, but I have been. But it's hard to go to a neighborhood. You're supposed to get pictures. I don't know how you're supposed to be discreet about doing that, just to be quite honest. And I don't think it's any less discreet if it had been done on a school bus. How you gonna do that? All the kids are gonna know what you're doing. So, I think that was kind of ludicrous to even say. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to be discreet, but I'm not sure that that's possible. So it is what it is. Got the doggies here. It's kind of nice. Okay. This mailbox, the one's missing. I think it's 1213 instead of 123. Yeah, that is 1213 right here. We are looking for 1118. Okay, 1210 on my left. That's 1210. We're looking for 1118. That's 1209 right here. Here's the guy I was talking about who's walking through the neighborhood. Got the baggy pants, all that. There's the trailer park over there from Hubert Drive, but you can see through the field. But I think dude here might be carrying something in his hand, but I feel kind of uneasy, but I'm gonna go slow just to show the neighborhood. I'll try not to run over him. I think this might be our 1118. I don't see a number on it, but I think no, but this is 1203. This is 1203. So we're getting closer, going smaller. 1203. 1200 right here. Not sure how I'm supposed to be discreet with this fella walking down the road. I'm gonna let him get a little further ahead, I believe. I don't want him tripping. I don't even think he hears me. I got somebody behind me, so I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place here. Not sure how I'm supposed to be discreet. For 1118. There's 1102 over here. There's 1101. So I passed up 1118. A little bit too much activity. I'm going to go through one more time. Try to find it. There's kind of a makeshift home there. I feel bad making judgments, but you can see, anyway, I'm not judging, where anybody lives really, but I'm just noticing that this might be not too much different from the trailer park that's behind it. In fact, there are trailers that are mixed in with some ground structures. In fact, there's a couple of nice homes there with decent yards. By the way, this is across the street, across Highway 46. I'm gonna go by this because I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just let this speak for itself. Yeah, I'll let this one speak for itself. There's Fairview Baptist Church. So, looks like that's a building that Fairview owns. And then there's the other side of it. There's some homes back behind there. So I'm really kind of getting a feel for this neighborhood. Just guessing, I'd say these folks are a very, very small church, and I would say that they're probably down-to-earth people who are doing God's work. Just say that. I didn't think that this assignment was going to do much for me, but y'all, I think I just learned something. I think I did. It's kind of, sometimes it's kind of hard, to see an assignment, or all of a sudden the magnitude of what the assignment meant for you to see kind of hits you right between the eyes. I think I just found it. I think I just found it for this particular assignment. I believe I got it. If I don't get myself killed. Okay, there's 105. Okay, so we're making headway. 1118. I don't know if this is 1118 or not. This. There's a motorcycle, looks like, and this is 14. This is 6. It's almost like the street. There's 1 of 10, 11 right there. Okay, we're getting a little warmer, I think. This may be it right here, because I don't see 18. We're getting close. So much for being discreet. There's 10, 12. So if that's 10, 12, how I'm looking for 11:18. There's 10:15. I'm not knowing if 11 is on the other side or what the deal is. It's hard to tell. I'm starting to think that there's not an 11:18. Which I've been told that stuff like that has been happening. I'm not for sure, but I'm having a hard time finding 11:18. There's 11:01 right here. Okay, that's 11:01. It's on that side of the road. Here is 11:03 right here. 11:08 right here. Man, there's a lot of cars in that particular house. That must be a duplex, which kind of there's 11:12. Okay. I'm seeing houses, but some of the structures, there's several cars out there, which leads me to believe some of these places, yeah, it's a standing structure, but it's a duplex. But here is 11:18, so it does exist, and it's kind of a nice little house. Got a basketball goal, got a car there. Okay, so this particular little drive, it's kind of a mixed bag. You've got some homes that have nice yards, or when I say nice, I just mean they've got a little room at least. But then you have duplexes mixed in sometimes that looks like you have maybe, if you got 4 vehicles, that means two things. It means one of two things. It means either there are a couple of families living there, or there's a family that has teenagers and or young adults. It's either two families or a family that's got kids of driving age. Anyway, I'm going to kind of circle in behind. The back streets are always, well, actually, this is a cul-de-sac, and now I think I'm being not so discreet, but I'm about to just make a circle and cut this off. But I do think that we definitely learned something about the neighborhoods that a couple of my English language learners live in. The living conditions, the evidence points to that maybe the living conditions could be a little tough for some of the kids that I teach who are English language learners. So, having said that, I believe I will sign off, and y'all have a blessed day.